Welcome. Now that we have daylight savings time. Good evening.
Good evening.
Let's start with item number 1A, which is may I move the approval of the minutes from the June 12th meeting?
Second.
Second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Nays, abstentions. The minutes is approved. Policy calendar number 1B1, School Professional Studies, MS in Disability Services in Higher Education.
This innovative program will provide this on? Yes.
You have the green light on?
Yes. Will provide the necessary knowledge and skill set required to work in the field of disability services on a college campus. It's not a clinical program addressing diagnosis and treatment issues. Instead, it will prepare students for administrative positions related to the implementation of the Americans with Disabilities Act. The curriculum covers different types of accommodations available for specific disabilities, existing registrations, and the organization of a disability services office. The curriculum has been vetted by CUNY's own disability services professionals and has received praise from relevant professional organizations. Because the program is delivered completely online, SPS will recruit nationally for its students.
I move this.
Okay.
Is this going to be housed at the Graduate Center?
Come on up, sit on there. Yeah, come on up.
Hi, John Mogilewski, Dean of the CUNY School of Professional Studies. Chairman Schmidt, the program is an online degree of the School of Professional Studies, which is part of the Graduate School and University Center.
Okay.
And John, isn't this the case? This is a very unusual and innovative degree?
Well, I believe it is. If you want to hear, we have Mariette Bates here, who is our academic director, who's worked in the field for 40 years and could give you a short summary if you would like to hear that.
Absolutely. Just welcome
You
him.
want to join us here?
Make sure the mic is turned on.
The mics are on.
Okay.
Thank you. Hi, I'm
Hi.
Mariette Bates, and one of the issues people have in academia is that we have students with disabilities who are entitled to accommodations under the Americans with Disabilities Act. But so far, the state of the profession is somewhat chaotic, and this is an attempt to really try to and make sure that there's a common body of knowledge nationally for people providing these services. And that should help not only campuses, but the students in terms of expectations and, again, common standards.
Do you have a prediction about how many students you will get?
I think that, my impression when I first started working on this degree was that it would be a relatively small program, but I get inquiries all the time from people who think that our current Masters of Arts will provide the necessary training for them to do this job. So I'm encouraged, and I think that it may be larger than I initially thought.
And does this program exist in other universities around the country?
This is the first in, this Masters of Arts, Masters of Science, is the first in the country. There are, there's a certificate programs at Landmark and at UConn, but this is the first Master's.
I think this is
When you
just
say it's
wonderful.
I do too.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
tremendously
Yeah.
supportive, and I think it's very innovative.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
And tremendously needed.
Right. No question about that one either. Any other questions?
Has it been moved?
Yes,
did
that's been
move
moved.
it.
Yes, Ken.
I'll second.
Second. No other questions? Let's call the question. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Nays, abstentions? Okay, item number 1B2, Hunter College.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. ED in instructional leadership.
Well, this is an innovative program for CUNY, although maybe not as uniquely innovative across the country. It's CUNY's first EDD program, which is a professional doctorate in the field of education. It will prepare professionals in the K-12 education sector to advance their careers to positions such as school superintendents, district-level directors of curriculum, and charter school network leaders. The students, most of whom are expected to be working full-time in local area schools and district offices while pursuing their degree, will enroll and complete the program in a cohort model. And I think many people have found it surprising over the years that CUNY has never had an EDD before, so this is a big step for the university.
We also have the President Rob here, Jennifer Rob is here.
I think just I thank Julia for her support. We're very excited about being able to offer this because I think it's very clear the need, and this is a degree that's very much in demand for hiring throughout the public school system and beyond, and yet the only degrees available are about 4 times what a CUNY degree would cost. So we definitely know there's a market, and we have extraordinary expertise in our education school and best practices. So we're very excited, and this would be our second professional doctorate, so it's a great step for us, and we hope to appreciate your support.
Who would lead the effort? Would it be David?
It is
Stein?
David. It's been his
Okay.
baby, and I think though there's room for, there is some expertise at the Graduate Center. As you know, there's the Urban Education Doctorate, so there's
Right.
some crossover there. Actually, many of those people are our faculty as well. So we hope to pull in other disciplines, and David is very, very committed and is really looking for a focus on effective clinical practice, and this being the
Yeah,
doctorate
yeah.
to help us do the research to figure out what makes a great teacher and how to use that research to continue the practice.
Good, yeah. Well, I'll move it. I think it's a wonderful idea, and I think David is a perfect leader for it.
And it's a
I'll
critical
second.
issue, yes.
I'll second
Seconded by Karen. Any other questions? If not, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye?
Aye.
Ayes, abstentions? The next item is also Hunter College, establishment of the Department of Women and Gender Studies. That's item number 1B3.
When it was first established in 1975, the Women and Gender Studies program at Hunter was one of the first such programs in the country. It emerged as part of a larger intellectual, political, and pedagogical movement that sought to redress omissions in the study of gender, sexuality, and racial ethnic minorities in undergraduate university curricula. But the program lacked its own academic home. At this time, Hunter is creating a separate academic department to house this interdisciplinary program. A senior scholar is being recruited to lead the department once it is formally established. A related resolution has been entered into the Human Resources portion of the Chancellor's University Report, which transfers the new chair plus 2 other faculty members from other departments into the new department. In accordance with standard practice at CUNY, Hunter College will bring 2 other faculty members to the new department over the next 5 years.
And this will be for undergraduate coursework?
Yes, it's a primarily undergraduate, although
Will
I'm
it
sure
be a
that.
major, or will it?
Yes, it's already interesting, a major through a program,
yeah.
and just ironically, as the leader in one of the first places in the country to have a women's studies program, we never created a department, but we have so many students taking it as a service and majoring it, and so much expertise, and I also assume that some of the courses developed, we do have master's programs in history and other areas which I could see crossing over. So we're excited, and we believe we have the resources, because we have so many faculty working in these areas, will come together. So very, very overdue, as our faculty reminded the provost and I, so we're excited to move this.
Well, I'm very supportive of this as well, so I'd like to move it.
Second.
Seconded by Trustee DiMartino. It's very timely. You have perfect timing. Any other questions? Not, let's call the question. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Nay, abstentions? Motion carries. Item number 1B, thank you. Number 1B4, BMCC, AS in Animation and Motion Graphics.
Okay?
Are you ready? Come on up.
This is Karen Wilkes, the provost,
Hello,
the MCC.
and my colleagues Dean Irwin Wong and Professor Cynthia Karasek, who are the leaders of this program development.
Okay.
The proposed program builds on the existing strengths of BMCC in the field of media production, which offers a large employment market in New York City. The curriculum includes fundamentals of 2- and 3-dimensional animation, motion graphics, and special effects, which are widely used in advertising campaigns, video games, movies, television, and web design. This STEM program also offers a solid base for further study.
Any comments?
Well, I just first of all want to thank again Dean Wong and Professor Karasek for their leadership. They developed this program before I arrived at BMCC. Some of you and I'm relatively new there, so I would turn to either of you if you'd like to make any comments.
Well, I think there's a lot of need for a program to address students who come to BMCC. They may not be as well prepared for college as some of the other populations, but this program will give them a chance, I believe, to progress technically to the point where they could do entry-level work with an Associate of Science degree. But I think more to the point that we have articulated with Lehman College to finish students at either a BS or BFA program at Lehman. Right now, the BFA program has articulated with us, and we'll pursue the BS program for the more technical side of what we do.
Do other community colleges at CUNY offer this AS?
They do not.
Yeah, because I would think it's especially fitting for the New York area.
Yes,
Be training people in this area.
yes,
There are lots of jobs, and good jobs.
yes.
You have a variance, right?
Right.
Do you have this at,
Yeah, we have similar programs. They go by different titles.
right,
Virgin
right.
Media, what have you.
Well, I mean, it seems to me a very useful thing to focus on, particularly given our location. So I'll move it, support it.
Seconded.
Any other comments? If not, let's call the question. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Nays, abstentions? Thank you very much. Item number 1B5, City College, MD in Medical Education. Very important one.
Well, this is a historic first for CUNY.
Yes.
It's since the 1970s, the
We
Sophie
have the
Davis.
president here coming up. Yes.
Ah, president and provost.
Yeah.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Since the 1970s, the Sophie Davis School of Biomedical Education has been providing access to medical education for youth from social, ethnic, and racial backgrounds historically underrepresented in medicine. It develops primary care for physicians committed to practicing in underserved communities. In its current structure, City College, through the Sophie Davis School, awards a BS in biomedical education, and one of 6 cooperating medical schools awards the MD. Sophie Davis is seeking to become a Doctor of Medicine degree granting institution in order to offer the full BS MD program at CUNY. The letter of intent for this proposal was approved by the Board of Trustees at its November 2013 meeting.
President, would you like to say a few words?
We are very, I guess it works. We are very, very excited and thrilled by this. We believe that this medical school is very much in keeping with the CUNY mission. Compared to the national average in pictures, our physicians really develop a tremendous passion for serving in their communities, whether they practice in primary care medicine at the front lines, or even if they're orthopedic surgeons. What we find is that students who come through the Sophie Davis program, so say they're an orthopedist and they have a practice on the Upper East Side, they also have free clinics in Chinatown, in Queens, and other areas. We believe this is a very, very important program for CUNY as a whole, and we're very proud of the history of the program.
When would you admit the first students?
If everything, so we have been just informed that our application to the accreditation body, the LCME, has been accepted, and they will come for a site visit at the end of January, February of next year. If everything goes according to plan, we will have our first class in the fall of 2016. By first class, I mean the students are already here with us
Right.
in the second year. Instead of transferring to the collaborating school, will finish the clinical years with us.
So will the students who are accepted into the MD program, will they all have their undergraduate degrees?
No, they come here straight from high school. They spend 7 years with us, and during the 7 years, they get a Bachelor of Science and an MD degree.
I see. Yeah,
It's a
so it's
wonderful
like,
program.
yeah, I mean, it's like the way most medical schools are organized. It's a 3-year program on top of a 4-year
Right.
undergraduate education. Yeah.
Right.
Tuition?
Tuition will be, our plan is to basically pair the tuition of the CUNY, of this CUNY school to the tuition of the SUNY schools, who is currently $33,000.
How much? 33?
33.
Yeah.
For in-state people?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. But I would point out that about 70% of our students end up matching to places like NYU, which have significantly higher tuitions than the SUNY tuitions.
So the net effect of paying $33,000 for 4 years is basically slightly less than what the students now pay by going to NYU or New York Medical College, Albany Medical College, where they pay $55,000 tuition for 2 years plus the $6,000 that they pay with us. So it's really an equivalent.
Yeah, and the other thing is we've had a very generous alumnus of the School of Engineering who has posed a challenge to us to develop an interest-free loan program in which our students would be able to get interest-free loans for the medical school part of the tuition. And then over 10 years, right, after they finish their residencies, they can pay it back into the fund, which would then go to fund another medical school student in the Sophie Davis program.
That's great. That's really
Mr.
great.
Chair, I should read my materials more carefully. I assume we approved the capital cost increase to CCMY to do this. How much
Capital
is it?
cost is one time that is coming actually, we already received it from the city council.
Right.
And that is,
It's $3 million
million
to improve the current facilities.
and it ups the operating budget by what?
The operating budget, so we have different scenarios. In addition to going to charging tuition, the SUNY schools receive an FTE support from the states, about $40,000 per FTE students. So we are, with CUNY leadership, we are going to ask the same to the state of New York. Now, we have a contingency plan that if we don't receive this money, we will have about an additional to $3 million to the current budget. And this will be shared between CUNY Central and City College.
Most medical schools, all of the ones that I know about, are attached to hospitals or include a hospital so that the students and faculty can work in clinical settings
Sure.
for some of their coursework and some of their work. What is going to be our cooperating hospital or hospitals?
Our main hospital is going to be San Barnabas in the Bronx.
And is that a high-quality clinical
Yes,
setting? I don't know anything about it.
It's ranked very highly by U.S. News and World Reports and by the New York. It's ranked very highly.
And does it have practice in various clinical areas?
Correct. One of the changes in medical education that is taking place is that the education of medical students is becoming less and less hospital-centered and more ambulatory care centers.
Sure.
So St. Barnabas, in addition to being a 450-bed hospital, has about more than $500,000 outpatient visit per year, spread out to a number of federally qualified and federally locally qualified centers. So our students will be able to, in addition to St. Barnabas, we already have commitment from Health and Hospital Corporation to help us with the. So we
clerkships,
should,
yeah.
Clerkships.
And this would enable some of our students to do their clerkships in the boroughs in which they were born and in which they live as well, which I think is very, very critical.
Okay.
As Trustee Capello says, this is a wonderful program, and it's worth every penny of it. The reason I know is my college classmate went to it, and he has a perfect 4.0. He's now in California, enjoying the golf courses.
Is that primary care?
If I may, I'd like to just stress the uniqueness of the program. Traditionally, in medical school, the national percentage of African American students in medical school is 6%. At Sophie Davis, is 27%. Our entering class, 55% of the students are underrepresented minorities, and 70% of our students receive federal help, and are either migrants themselves or sons of daughter of migrants. Many of these kids will not have the opportunity to pursue a medical career.
And what is your prediction about the number of students who will
70.
be in a particular class?
Yeah, 70 is what we have now as a cohort. I think we can go up to another 10%.
The accreditation allows
without-
fluctuation about 10%.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, this is a wonderful program. There's a national shortage of doctors of all kinds, particularly in hard-hit communities where there's, inadequate care. So I think this will be a very good addition to the landscape.
Chancellor?
Yeah, I want to second that, and this is no reflection on the programs that came before, which I'm also supportive of. They might not be on the agenda, but I think this is such an important addition to what CUNY offers to serve New York. And Sophie Davis has a great tradition, but the number of changes in the market, the economics of healthcare, I think required us to adopt a different strategy, and this is the way to do it. I think it will continue to meet the needs of New York City in even better ways, I think, more effectively with this. So I for one think that affiliation agreements with with hospitals, with clinical providers is probably a great thing for us today. Leaves us a little more nimble in the marketplace, a little fewer obligations. So I commend you on the work you've done on this. There may be opportunities for additional ones in the future.
Yeah.
I think this is a great addition to what CUNY does for New York. So thank you.
I hope you will encourage this program to develop as a research center as well as an educational program, because if it does emerge as a strong participant, your bioengineering and nanoscience and so many other areas that your scientists are interested in will be very well supported.
I totally agree with you.
I mean, at Yale, the medical school and the science departments, work so closely together in biophysics, biochemistry, nanoscience, bioengineering.
Yeah.
If I can,
Yeah.
this is exactly not only within City College, but even within the CUNY. We have already initiated a conversation with the School of Public Health for an MD,
good.
MD, PhD,
Good.
Baruch with
Baruch
an
for an MBA,
and the law school with an MD,
Yeah,
JD.
good.
And we have now just got funding from Andrew Grove to establish a master in translational medicine.
Right, and that will be with our school of biomedical engineering, Sophie Davis, UCSF in San Francisco as
Oh,
well.
wow.
So
Big time.
he gave us a challenge in, yeah, it is. He gave us a challenge in the summer, and we already met the fundraising challenge, so,
UCSF is a national leader
yeah, yeah.
in translational medicine.
Okay. Ready to call the question?
I'll move it.
Okay. Second.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Abstentions? No. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Congratulations. This is a major milestone. Item number 1B6, CUNY School of Law.
This is a resolution to award an honorary degree at the school's spring commencement ceremony. And the honorary degree would go to Lynn Paltrow, a women's rights advocate, and the degree would be Doctor of Laws.
I'll move it.
Second.
Second by Trustee Kaplowitz. Any discussion, any questions?
She's well-known.
Yes, she is, absolutely.
Very deserving.
Yes. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Nays, abstentions, motion carries. Item number 1B7, Hunter College.
This is also an honorary degree resolution. It's for the winter commencement ceremony of the college. It's to go to Twyla Tharp, internationally known choreographer, and the degree would be the Doctor of Humane Letters.
Well, we all know Twyla Tharp and have seen performances, so I'll move this. This is
I
a
have
great
one
one.
interesting factoid you may not know. So Twyla's first work of choreography was at Hunter College. She was married at the time to a Hunter College faculty member in the art department. So in our art department, the 16th floor of the North Building, she choreographed her first piece of work 50 years ago. So she came and said that she wants to celebrate her 50th anniversary, and we decided we would do the honorary degree, and
Oh,
she's
that's
going to do
great.
a
Perfect timing.
fundraising event for us as well.
Well,
So
she's
very nice.
very deserving.
Right.
So, thank you. So-
Did I have a second?
Second.
Okay, second. Thank you for that illuminating commentary. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Nays, abstentions, motion carries. Item number 1B8, City College.
This is a resolution to award an honorary degree and an event on campus in the spring. And the degree would go to Michael Pope, class of 44, an engineer, member of the Grove School of Engineering Advisory Board, and a CCNY major donor, and the degree would be Doctor of Science. I'll just say about Michael Pope, he graduated from City College in 1994 with a degree in electrical engineering. He's a recognized authority in the power plant field. He has provided many years of service to City College as a founding member of the Board of Directors of the college and an active member of the School of Engineering Advisory Board. In addition, he established the endowed Pope Chair in Energy.
And he's a really cool person. He's in his 90s. No, he's in his 90s. He got his engineering degree from City. At 75 years old, he wanted to go back to law school, so he went to law school and obtained a law degree. And he decided that about 2 years ago, I think when he hit 90, he decided that he wasn't educated enough in the liberal arts. So he is now pursuing a BA in liberal arts.
Good for him.
So he is a fascinating
When are you gonna
man.
register?
I could only go to morning classes.
I'll move it.
Second.
Okay. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Abstentions?
Thank
What
you.
an inspiring role model.
I tell you.
Okay. Informational items.
Really just a comment. I just wanted to say that I think the degrees that came forward today, the new academic programs, they're all interesting, they're all well-conceived, they're all going to be of value to CUNY and to the city. And just want to speak in appreciation of the faculty members and administrators from the colleges who generated these valuable new programs.
Yeah. With that, motion to adjourn? Thank you very much for coming.
Nice to see you.